Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you an exciting Android app that I built using Kotlin, Firebase and the MVVM architecture pattern. It's called TripApp and it's designed to make travel planning effortless. With TripApp, users can easily search for transportation options like trains, flights, boats, and buses, check available trips, and get quick results, all connected in real time with Firebase. So, in this first part, we'll go through the overall structure of the app and the splash screen, which is the first thing users see when they open TripApp. Let's jump right in. The Trip app is a clean, modern travel application that connects to Firebase to load travel data such as locations, airlines, and trip prices. The user can start from a welcoming splash screen, choose a travel category like train or flight, and then search for available trips based on from, to, and date. Everything updates automatically, so even if new destinations or companies are added in Firebase, the app will display them without needing a manual update. Let's quickly talk about the structure of the app. We've divided the project into several key packages. First, Activity, where all the screens like Splash, Main, Search, and Result are located. Then we have Adapters, used for our cycler views to display lists of trips and recommendation destinations. Then we have Model, where we define our data classes like trip, place, and location. After that, we have Repository, which handles data fetching from Firebase. And lastly, ViewModel, the bridge between the UI and the repository, following the MVVM pattern. This makes the code clean, modular, and easy to maintain, perfect for scaling later. Alright, let's open Splash Activity 2.Kotlin. This is our simple but beautiful entry screen. When the user launches the app, it shows a background image, a catchy title, Explore the World, and a subtitle that says Manage your trips with our app. Then there's a Let's Start button that takes the user directly to the main activity. Here's the cool part. Instead of overloading the user with information right away, we designed the splash script to set the mood. Kind of like the home screen of a travel app you'd actually download from Google Play. If we look at the XML layout file Activity Splash 2, you can see it's structured with a ConstraintLayout that centers all the elements, a large background image, two text views for the title and subtitle, and a final text view acting as a button, labeled Let's Start. When the user taps that, we call Start Activity Intent this Splash Activity 2 main activity class Java. That line launches the main screen. The splash screen is not just decoration, it gives the app a professional finished feel. It's also a great moment to load initial data from Firebase, such as locations or trip categories, if needed in future versions. In our app, it simply creates a smooth transition into the main interface. By using Enable Edge to Edge and ViewBinding with Activity Splash to Binding, the code remains clean and modern, which is exactly how Android development should be in 2025. Once we press Let's Start, the app launches main activity, which we'll explore more in the next video. This is where the real magic happens. The main screen shows recommended places and upcoming trips, all dynamically loaded through Firebase Realtime database. And just to preview it, in main activity, Kotlin, we use a main view model to observe live data objects coming from the repository. That means, whenever Firebase data changes, the UI updates instantly. No need to reload the app or refresh manually. We'll dive deep into that part in the next video, where I also explain briefly how Firebase connects to the project. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design here. All of the app's UI is built using XML layouts with a combination of ConstraintLayout and linear layout for flexible design. We also added vector drawables like the airplane, train, and bus icon to give each category a distinct look. The gradient background and minimal white text make it modern and visually appealing. And yes, every element is responsive, so it adjusts nicely on both phones and tablets. Now, before we finish this video, let me give you a quick overview of Firebase, since it's the core of our app's data system. Firebase Realtime database is a cloud-based database from Google that lets you store the sync data instantly between users and devices. In TripApp, it's used to hold data like locations like New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles, airline or company names, and trip details including time, score, and price. We'll talk more about how exactly Firebase connects to our trip repository and main view model in the next video, but just know that it's what makes the app dynamic and up to date. So to recap, in this video we look at how TripApp starts from the splash screen, learned about the app's structure, and preview what's coming next. In part 2, we'll explore the main activity, how the data is fetched from Firebase, and how we display the data using recyclers, views, and adapters. If you enjoy this kind of Android project breakdown, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for the next parts. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, where we dive into Firebase integration and dynamic data loading.